So excited to be on this national tour as it gets ready to wrap up here in beautiful Mesa, Arizona.
Ooh.
Sean Parr and Tiffany, it's time for another ultimate giveaway. Over the course of this 10 weeks, we've given away almost $250,000.
That's incredible.
Worth of merchandise. It really is incredible. And tomorrow, somebody's going to win a motorhome.
Which is something that we are very, very used to and we love. That's really exciting. You guys, if you have not registered yet, you have to text URVS to 46642 or comment below. There is still a ton more giveaways this weekend, so
the light shines so bright with you, and I just love her. She sings about everything, and I love
Singing, speaking of.
Coleman 49cc scooter we're giving away right now. Who is our winner, Tiffany?
Say his name, say his name.
Dean
Come on, Sean.
Strickland. Dean Strickland. You just got
Strickland.
a 49cc scooter from our friends at Coleman. And listen, we wrapped up the fifth wheel. It's time to get in to our first look, and I want to say this. This is very important.
Okay.
When you see this first look at the Coleman Rubicon, this is the first one off the line. This is a beautiful vehicle, and if you're thinking even about it at all, you're going to want to get your name in on this one. It's our first look, so why don't you take a look right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is truly one of my favorite parts of the job. We have a first look, and the cool thing about this is the first time I've seen it too. So you and I are gonna get to walk through this thing for the first time together, and I'm super, super excited. This right here behind me is the Coleman Rubicon. Again, this is a brand new line from Coleman, and I'm telling you, when we go through it, you're gonna love it just as much as I have. Just doing a quick little walkthrough before we started this video. This one right here is the 1608 RB, and I love it for so many reasons, from the aesthetics to the weight, and I'm telling you, this is gonna be like the newest thing to Coleman, the best thing since the Lantern, right? Like right at the beginning. When we go through this thing, you're gonna fall in love with it again, just like I have. At a quick glance, you can see the beautiful exterior. I think they knocked it out of the park here. A lot more modern graphics, and they don't have all the big swoops. And you think it's great? Let's take a look inside. Not only is it beautiful outside here, but take a look at how bright it is inside, folks. I love, love, love that Coleman has updated the wood here. I think they did a perfect job. They didn't go to like a white, right? A lot of manufacturers went to a white, and a lot of times that gets washed out. But they went to this nice white wood, and the accent isn't overly dark, which I love that as well. I think they did a great color combo right here. Just absolutely beautiful throughout. And the thing I love about the Rubicon is not only is it gorgeous inside, but you also get some higher end upgraded amenities. And for the price point, folks, this thing is second to none. Take a look. You have roller shades in here. If you've seen my videos, you know how much I love roller shades. They work so much better than your tension blinds. And so in all the windows that they could use them, they absolutely have. A little bit darker furniture, but again, it works, right? Especially with all the lighter cabinetry we have. I do like a little bit of the offset. This particular one has the slide out, and as you can see, it really opens up this main living space. And one of my favorite parts about this particular floor plan, folks, is as equipped. This one right here is just a touch over 3,800 pounds, and your carrying capacity is just under 1,000. So what that means, even if you load this up, you're still gonna be under 4,800 pounds, meaning that if you have a vehicle that can tow 5,000 pounds, you can tow this RV. And so that's a lot of your mid-size SUVs out there, right? You're looking at, Ford Explorer if properly equipped, Kia Sorento if properly equipped. Some of those mid-size SUVs are able to tow this bad boy. And as you saw outside, this one lets you get to some places that are a little more kind of out there, and that's the design of the Rubicon. Why you can absolutely take this to a campground, the idea is that you get to get out and just explore. And that's what I really like. And as we go through, you'll see that they've done a lot of things to really aid in that. This one has a solar panel that's already built in, 190 watts straight from the factory. Plus it still has the prep for portable. So if you want extra solar, you can. We'll see in a second here, you have a 12-volt refrigerator, you have a 1,200-watt inverter. All that comes straight from the factory, so if you want to get out and start doing some boondocking, which if you're new to RVing just means that you're camping without hookups, this one right here is an excellent unit for that because you can run a lot of this stuff in here, excuse me, purely off solar and the batteries alone. Let's take a look at the kitchen. I think they did a great job here as well for a couple different reasons. One, I like the gray countertop. There's not a ton of manufacturers that are blending like the gray with the lighter cabinetry, and I really love that they did. I think it is a perfect mix. And it's an upgraded countertop too, right? It's not a T-mold or anything like that. Nice and lightweight, which is what helps this one get to, like I say, that 3,800 pounds. And again, folks, that is this one as equipped. That is not dry weight. Your dry weight will be under that. I'm talking, with everything straight, on the lot as this one sits is 3,800 pounds. Nice and lightweight. Oil rub bronze high-rise faucet over here. I love the sink. You have that farm-style apron front on there. And, the farmhouse look, as we know, is taken over the residential side. Why wouldn't we bring that into RVs? And it makes sense. And Coleman did exactly that. That's why you have the lighter wood. You have the oil rub bronze pulls, kind of bringing in a little more of that farmhouse look that we have grown to love. Another thing I love right up top here is you have the frosted glass, but if you take a look, it is backlit. You can't see it super well right now because it's in the middle of the day, but I love how they backlit that, so at night, it's gonna look like lit uppers, right? Like just like you would have in your home. And so you get that beautiful look, and plus it's functional, because if you're getting in there at night, you're able to see what you're grabbing, right? And so I certainly love what they did all the way across the top there. Good storage too. And you'll also notice it's nice and bright, right? So when you talk about a small RV, there's a couple things, in my opinion, that you have to do to really make it work. One, you have to use brighter colors because, if it's dark, it's going to feel small. It's going to feel, kind of closed in. They definitely did that with the wood. You also have to have a lot of windows and preferably large windows. Take a look at what you have here in the kitchen. You have this nice long window letting in a ton of natural light right there. If we scoot around to the bed, Kevin, show them right here. You have windows on both sides of the bed, plus that beautiful front windshield right there. And you have a window over here in the slide. I mean, there's more windows in this thing than I've seen in, some 27, 28-foot RVs. It just lets a ton of natural light in here. And then at night, it's important that you have a good amount of LED lights. And if you notice up top, they have 2 rows of LED lights. And in something this size, I'm really glad they did that. Because a lot of manufacturers would just put 1 row, and it ends up being a little dark at night. But that's not at all the case here. And again, you have the lit uppers. You have, lights underneath the cabinetry, helping to really brighten up that space. Also on the countertop, it's worth mentioning you have the 2-burner cooktop. This is recessed with the glass cover, so you can use all of this as prep space. Plus, you still have all of this prep space right over here, and an electrical outlet will be right underneath the cabinet. So the purpose of that is mainly for coffee maker, blender, whatever else you need to set right there, you're good to go. Multimedia Center is up here if you want to listen to some music. HDMI input right there. This also controls the speakers outside. We'll see those in a little bit. And if you want a TV, that is where your TV will mount to. I do recommend getting a swing arm mount, simply so you can angle a little bit to watch TV from the sofa here. But we'll get, excuse me, a little more into that in just a little bit. Take a look underneath the countertop. Something else I always talk about is you have to have at least 1 drawer in an RV to make a functional kitchen, preferably 2. And folks, they give you 4, full extension. You can see that the back of the drawer comes all the way out, right? It's not stuck right here where you're losing a bunch of items. It is full extension drawers. You get 4 of them all the way down. So a ton of storage here in your kitchen, not just for your flatware, some of your bigger utensils, knives, serving spoons, spatulas. You have a spot for your hand towels, your hot pads, everything else you need in your kitchen. You have the drawer space for it, which I love. Underneath the sink, good storage there too, right? Plenty of room for some of your pots and pans, being able to sneak them in there. And you will see over to the side here is the microwave. So they put the microwave down below, right underneath the cooktop, instead of putting it up high, which I again, personally enjoy. That way you can have all this kind of, beautiful lit storage right up top there. On a hot day, you're going to be covered. Right there is your AC. So, you don't have to worry about it overheating, folks. In an RV like this, where it's right around 20 foot, this will do a great job of cooling it off in an absolute flash. Let's take a look at the bathroom real quick here. It's going to be an important part, right? And so as we make our way back, I'll take a seat. And what you'll notice right away is that I have plenty of room. I mean, both for my legs as well as my shoulders, plenty of space right here. And one of the other tests I always like to do is what I like to call the shower test, right? Stand in the shower, make sure that I have enough room here. And when we take a step in, You know, I'm 6 foot tall. I could be a little bit taller. I could be 6'1", 6'2", still be able to stand in here without having to duck down, which is pretty great. You will see over to the side, the same countertops that we had in the kitchen, they carried over into the bathroom, which I like. A lot of manufacturers, in effort to save a little bit of money, will, put T-mold in the bathroom, and they did not. You have an actual medicine cabinet up top. It's not just like a plastic one like some manufacturers use, so I love that they did that. And you'll see underneath there is enough space for a trash can down there if you want one. So the bathroom here, is definitely functional, and they still use the same wood. So it's bright, it's airy, it's fresh feeling, it's clean, which is something that we definitely all want. Now, as I mentioned, this one does have a shallow slide out. Now, I like that for a few reasons. One, when it comes in, you still have full access, right? When this slide comes in, the sofa will probably be right about here is probably what you're looking at, right? And so that still gives you a walkway where if you want to come in and take a nap, you can do that. You don't have to extend the slide. So if you need to pull over somewhere, and you don't want to put the slide out, no problem. Come right in, you can take a nap, lay down. You need to access the bathroom, you can do that. You need to get into the refrigerator, you can do that. And so I love that it's not a deep slide, that comes all the way in that blocks you off from the bed. So it is a jackknife, so it folds up, lays down just like so. And so that way you have a little bit of extra sleeping capacity. Now, I'll lay down on here at 6 foot tall. I can't completely stretch out. I'd have to curl up a little bit, but not bad, right? If I could definitely make it work. If you have a friend or someone that's coming to stay with you for a night or two, this will be more than adequate for most people. If we spin around, Kev, let's take a look at the front here. I just want to talk a little bit about the bed. So you have an east to west style bed. As far as space, again, let me lay down here, see if I can do this without getting my shoes on the bed. Working those abs. So if you lay right here, I'd have my pillow. As you can see, I can fully extend here, folks. At 6 foot tall, I have no issues whatsoever. And that's going to be important, especially in a smaller RV. This one is 7 foot wide. And that's, again, we talk about the width of it. That's going to be important for a couple reasons. One, it's what helps get the weight down a little bit, right? So that's going to be a big deal. Another one is you're not going to get as much wind resistance when towing. This is designed to be towed by a mid-size SUV. So last thing that they want to happen is you're towing it down the road and you're just getting beat by wind and you get a bad towing experience. So by making it a little bit narrower, you have more of it behind that SUV. And so again, you're going to get a better tow overall. As I mentioned earlier, I love the windshield up front. We'll really take a look at that when we go outside. It's really sharp. It just lets a ton of light in here. I think without it, it might have seemed a little dark up front. But with that, again, just so much light comes in. And if you have a really nice view out the front, which sometimes some campsites you do, you can certainly enjoy that out in this particular floor plan. Right up top here, you can see this extra storage space. And over to the side, right there's a pop-up power tower. So if you have cell phones or a CPAP machine, I always bring up a CPAP machine because I use one, but mine would most likely still be able to fit on this shelf. You can plug it in right there, you'd be good to go. You also see you have like a little cubby hole right there in the headboard, so you have a place for your cell phones to drop down, so that way they're not gonna be an issue, not disturbing it, anything like that. But again, folks, inside, I think they knocked it out of the park. Brand new Coleman Rubicon here. This one's a 1608 RB. I am told that there are other floor plans that are coming. There's some bunk models, and then again, it's just some different layouts. I think there might be one with the Murphy bed that's coming down the pipe here as well. But on the inside, I think they absolutely killed it. But when we talk about an RV, obviously we have inside, then we have the outside. So let's go take a look at some of the features outside. And one of the things that really makes the Rubicon special. Again, I love the colors they did inside. Let's take a walk up front. I want to show you that front cap because this, for me, is just absolutely stunning. You have that big windshield, which I love. You have the LED lights inlaid in there. If you're new to RVing, you will see this right here. They have the industry best 3-year structural warranty, folks. Why is that a big deal? Well, a lot of us buy new because we don't want to deal with issues. And so the longer warranty we have, the longer we can go without having to worry about issues. So having a 3-year warranty if you're brand new to RVing, that is a big deal. You also see the power tongue jack right here. This, of course, makes it a lot easier to connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Propane tanks right behind that. Space for your batteries, you'll see that a little bit further back. Let's talk a little bit about solar. So you'll see this one is prepped for your portable solar panels. So, you know, if you want the portable panels, all you have to do is just buy them, plug it in right here, you're good to go. But remember, folks, up top on the roof, this one has a 190 watt solar panel that comes with it straight from the factory. The cool thing about that, and I missed talking about it inside, but that is a 12 volt refrigerator, 10 cubic foot, by the way. When we get back to the door, I'll open it up and show you real quick. But the cool thing about that is with that solar, you can basically run that indefinitely. You know, you could throw a couple batteries on here and you'll be good to go. So especially with that extra solar, I mean, you know, it's trickle charging, you'll be all set. If we take a look inside, you'll see the solar controller that already comes with it. Everything's already wired for you. And next to that is your 1200 watt inverter. That's a pure sine wave inverter. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that when it inverts, it's going to be a clean wave, so that way it's not going to damage your electronics. And the really neat thing about that is that's going to help you power, you know, some of your 120 outlets inside. We talked about going places you don't have hookup. If you don't want to have to run a generator, having an inverter is a great option. And that, again, that way you can run the 120. And if you're plugging in your computer, it's not going to damage it because it is that pure sine wave. So I love that they put that in there. If we take a look kind of underneath, look at how much ground clearance you have there, right? It's higher up off the ground because they expect you to go to some places you normally wouldn't be able to get to with an RV. You have beautiful 15-inch rugged tires, the gorgeous aluminum alloy rims on there. I personally love the way those wheels and the tires look. I think it's a great combo. And again, it helps lift it up and off. We talk a little bit about the graphics on the exterior. I did in the very beginning. And I think, again, they did a great job on the graphics package. You can kind of see, you know, very modern, clean lines. We don't have any swoops. They have like a little mountain range on both sides. Looks pretty good. You'll also see right there, if you want to hook up a TV outside, you have the capability to do that too. And it's right underneath your power awning with an LED light, which is exactly where you want the TV to be. You can see a couple outside speakers. Those are connected to that Multimedia Center inside I showed you. So if you want to hang out here, listen to music, you can do that. The LCI solid step, just as the name implies, it is very solid. I can walk up and down this thing. You know, I'm over 200 pounds. You'll see the steps don't flex when I bounce on them. And I get the larger grab handle, so I have that extra control when entering or exiting the RV. Taking a walk inside, this is what I wanted to show you, right? So we have our fridge right here. Take a look at all that space you have, folks. And for something this size, having a 10 cubic foot refrigerator is absolutely awesome. So a ton of extra room. And as I said, that runs off 12 volts. So it'll basically run off batteries and solar, which I really like. And for me personally, the other thing I like about the location is the fact I can come right in, I can open this up, grab myself an adult beverage, head right back out, and I'm good to go, right? Super easy access. And the same thing with the bathroom. If I have to come in and use the bathroom, boom, I'm in, I'm using it, I'm right back out, not bringing dirt through the entire RV. So we step back outside. One of the other things you will notice if you drop down, I want to show a couple things right here. One of them is the fact you have a propane quick connect. So, you know, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you want to cook yourself some food, boom, you are good to go. You can have your favorite grill, you are all set, and you have a spare tire. You know, when you're going down a 2-track or, you know, some back roads, there is a chance that you may hit something, you may have, you know, deflated tire, you might need to change it out. You have an extra right there, and you can see it is, you know, still the big rugged tire, which is important because the last thing you want is a spare that doesn't match either side. You get a terrible tow going down the road. They know, so they give you the tire that you're going to need. We come around to the back side here. Rear mounted ladder. The great thing about a rear mounted ladder is you don't have to bring one, and this just kind of lets you know that it's a fully walkable roof. So you can absolutely get up there for any kind of maintenance. You need to get up there, you want to check out your solar panel, you can do that too. But I love that they have included it again, so that way you can climb on up. We'll come around the off-door side. Just want to show you a couple things over here. One of the big ones being this one also has a black tank flush. So that makes it super simple to wash out your black tank. Hook a hose up, the sprayer's built in. That will wash everything out for you. You can see that slide right there. And then when we come in here, again, just want to show you the size of that pass-through, so you'll see that on both sides. You'll also notice your water connections and the fact you have a spray port. So if you need water access while you're outside, you have it. But again, folks, as we're taking a look at the Rubicon here, I personally think they did an awesome job. I mean, everyone that's watching right now, this is brand new. This is first out. So let me know what you guys think, right? Put something in the comments. Do you like the colors? Do you like the design? You know, do you like the fact that it has the solar, the inverter? Is that something that Is that something you look for? You know, as I talk to more and more people, what I'm finding is that, you know, with the surge we're having in RVs, there's a little bit less room in some of the campgrounds. So something like this, where you can get out, where you can take it anywhere, folks, this is perfect, right? I love that they have entered the market with this. I think that it's a great weight, it's a good length, it's a perfect price point, and I can't wait to see what this happens once, you know, it starts to get in some of your hands. But again, this is a prototype, so if we need to make changes, I can talk to Coleman and I'll be like, hey, I've talked to some people, and I think maybe if we tweak this, some people are really gonna like it. So let me know in the comments section what you love, what you think we can change, and we'll put a perfect RV out there. But folks, again, you talk about the ultimate RV show, the national tour, we talk about factory fresh. You don't get more factory fresh than a prototype. This bad boy right here, straight from the factory, they brought it here just for the show. They want to be able to get it out there, you know, so we can lay some eyes on it and just have everyone fall in love with it before it even hits the market. I know I have. I love the new wood. I hope that, you know, Coleman continues that through for the Rubicon, because I think that it's a perfect color combo. I love the weight. This one's killing it, folks. If you're interested, if you love this one, might be a little bit before they're available, but what I want you to do is just text that word RV to 46642. We'll get you one ordered, folks, because, you know, they're coming. There's more floor plans coming out. As I've said before, this is my favorite part of the job. Thanks for going through it with me. Again, this is the first time I got to see it. Brand new today. Factory fresh, folks, right here. The Rubicon. Thanks for joining me. We have so much more to come this week. This is only day 2. Let's rock and roll.
The Coleman name itself goes back a long way.
I think Coleman is an American staple for the sheer fact we've been around for well over 100 years. W.C. Coleman was an entrepreneur. He was strolling by a store late at night and he saw this bright light. It was quite remarkable, and it was different than lights at that time, which burned a ugly yellow flame. But this burned gasoline, so it was bright white. Coleman saw a lot of potential in this new light, and through his vision, a new company was born.
The Coleman name has stuck around from lanterns, sleeping bags and tents, all the way up to this trailer.
The attention to detail for us, first and foremost, is the largest thing. It's the one thing that we take a lot of pride in, because we want to build one of the best products, if not the best product in the marketplace.
It's a name that people recognize, and they recognize it because of its quality, and it's something that we take pride in each and every day because we want to continue with that legacy for years to come.
Camping World's played a huge role as far as the distribution of Coleman branded travel trailers.
They are our exclusive partner for the brand itself, and today the Coleman brand is a top 5 brand in the nation in the RV industry. Being able to walk away and disconnect and just spend quality time focused on your kids or your spouse or your friends and family, those things are so important in today's world.
It's just something about getting away, having a fireplace going, throwing a couple hot dogs on the grill, and just kind of relaxing in a chair and just really not doing anything. At the end of the day, I'm proud to be part of a company that brings families together.
Coleman was built to light the way, and we're doing it now more than ever.
I love our team here at the Ultimate RV Show National Tour.
Everyone.
Hey, you know what? Seeing Ian go through that Rubicon, brand spanking new first look, I was excited about this because I heard
love
about
the Rubicons, actually.
That's going to be fun, and I love being able to see the big dog work.
Big dog.
The big dog work. He is.
Wait, if Ian's, are you referring Ian to?
Yeah, Ian's a big dog. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
what I
then
call
what
him,
are
yeah.
you?
I call, huh?
What are you going to be if he's a big dog?
The old dog?
Oh, I put you,
The balding dog? The scalded dog? I don't know what that'd be. The fat dog?
That was really good. That was quick on your
Chunky
feet.
monkey? I mean, what do you want to call me?
Okay. I was trying to throw you off, but you got it. I
Yeah,
understand.
look,
I see how it works.
And here we are talking about being good, doing good, and you sitting over there calling me fat, old, and bald.
No, not at all. I was just trying to see what else you were going. How you're going to one up this, you know?
Oh no, there's no one up, especially when it comes to Ian. But seeing that really made me think about the RV community.
Yes.
Because they're so accepting to not only new things, but they're accepting to each other and how we do and what we do outside in the Good Sam community.
Amen to that.
You guys know better than anybody. As a matter of fact, while we talk, you've actually put together some clips that if people follow you guys on Instagram, which your Instagram is
Us, the Remingtons, but also Good Good Sam family as well. We've been posting on there. So it's been really awesome. Yeah. And I mean, speaking of saints, Caleb isn't here with me on stage right now because he is actually on a conference call. I'm working. He's been working full time, also hosting and driving and also taking care of my pregnant self. So kudos to my little saint. But yeah, it's been really incredible to be able to include some of these givebacks on the Ultimate Tour, and hopefully we're going to continue to be doing it after the tour as well. We started in Houston and created over 400 lunch meals for those individuals touched by homelessness, and it was so amazing. We partnered up with an organization called Touching Points, and they were just telling us how because of COVID, the donations have been impacted very greatly. And it's just, individuals touched by homelessness skyrocketed as well. So it's just been really touching to be able to partner up with organizations like theirs and hear their stories. In Bowling Green, Kentucky, we found a small mom and pa restaurant and surprised them with a $500 donation.
Yeah, see, that's cool.
And then we
you went back to Chicago.
We tipped all of their employees $50, and then we headed to Chicago.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
I know. And then we headed to Chicago and did burnout baskets for the nurses and medical professionals. And the whole theme of this whole tour, when we're giving back, was really focusing on frontline workers and communities that have been impacted hard by the pandemic, which has been, so many individuals. So it's been really, really great. And in Portland, we were able to host this evening virtual camp with students, and it's been really heartbreaking to hear all the students not being able to see one another in person with school. Like, some people have block schedules, some people aren't in school, some people are. It's just been weighing so heavily on their mental health and just their whole developmental stages as well. And so we hosted this camp night. They did a tent building competition. We did trivia. We did bingo, all of these little fun outdoor things, and give up prizes as well. And it was so, so fun.
And then you came down here to Arizona.
And now we're down here in Arizona, and we partnered up with the Children's Hospital, and we created these camping kit backpacks that they can give individually out to different patients. And also, they're going to host a camping trivia too. They have their own TV show where the patients can participate and win prizes as well. So it's been such a whirlwind, but it's really neat to see the RV community come together, because we've sourced from our community and Good Sam's community, and they've helped give back as well with us. So it's so much. It's so overwhelming. We're just so overwhelmed with gratitude. And
plus you guys got a lot going on. I mean, to work full time, you're RVing full time, and to be able to give back like that really exemplifies what the Good Sam, Be Good, Do Good was all about with Good Samaritan. And if you'd like to learn more, please visit us at goodsam.com. For Tiffany and us, the Remingtons, thank you, sweetheart.
Love you.
You're awesome. Ultimate RV Show National Tour is continuing next. Hang on.
Sooner or later, everyone's bound to encounter someone in need. A fellow traveler who could use a helping hand. The question always is whether you stop to help or just move on.
Thanks for stopping. Thanks, guys.
If you're one of the stopping kind, chances are it was passed down. Some good that you observed from early on.
Hey, Mom.
It's a way of thinking that our world goes beyond where our driveway ends, that we're all a part of this community, a good community. It's having your daily plans, yes, but with an eye open, an ear to the ground. More importantly, a willingness to change those plans when someone needs your help. going the extra mile or paying it forward. We just call it being good. Spend a lifetime doing good because the next generation is watching.